Tucson, Arizona, weighing in at 235 pounds, Bobby Garrett. His partners from Columbus, Ohio, weighing in at 280 pounds, Roger Mason. Their opponents now entering the ring from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 226 pounds, Kevin Sullivan. From Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 242 pounds, the universal heartthrob, the one, the only Austin Idol. 1 fall, 10 minutes. The referee is Nick Patrick.
Okay, an Australian tag team match. Austin Idol and Kevin Sullivan going up against Bobby Garrett and Roger Mason. Mason and Garrett holding an overall weight advantage in this particular event. However, weight is not the only answer. Austin Idol removing his T-shirt now and getting set for competition here. Up against Garrett, they lock up collar and elbow. Idol very quickly to an arm drag and twist. And Idol now a snap man with Garrett to the canvas. Tag is made. Kevin Sullivan moves in. A bit of double teaming there before that count of 4. By the way, I got a nice letter from the Mountaineer Powerlifting Group out of Virginia, West Virginia. Friends of Kevin Sullivan. Certainly wish them, the Mountaineers, a lot of luck in their powerlifting competition. Garrett hurdled outside of the ring by Kevin Sullivan. Sullivan out there brings Garrett back inside. They have made the tag, and it is Austin Idol moving effectively now against Bobby Garrett. Again, Garrett hurdled outside the ring. And Sullivan acting as a cleanup man outside as Garrett back inside. And Garrett, much the worse for wear now, as Idol and Sullivan continue to punish this man. High backdrop by Kevin Sullivan on Bobby Garrett. Mason has not yet had a chance to tag up. You saw his arm reach out there a moment ago. Garrett in a lot of trouble now as Idol did not allow the pin. Had Garrett possibly in a pinning situation there. Garrett is brought up a backbreaker by Austin Idol. Idol makes the tag with Kevin Sullivan. It's Sullivan moving in. Sullivan driving a knee into the biceps and triceps of Garrett. Now goes for the hammerlock. And smashes Garrett into that far turnbuckle. Bringing that elbow back into the elbow and the shoulder. Mason trying to reach out and tag, but to no avail as Garrett has been stymied in every attempt to get over and tag up. Mason has not been able to, and now they allow him to make the tag. Garrett in bad shape. Roger Mason moves out. Now, he's 280-some pounds of danger, I'll tell you that right now. He is a big, double tough individual. Austin Idol using the flat of the foot. Mason caught by Sullivan now. Mason hurdled in, caught by Sullivan coming off the ropes. And Mason has not been able to get moving. And now Mason beginning to explode on Austin Idol. Now some double teaming on the side, and it is Garrett with renewed vigor. Wow, glancing blow off the side of the jaw. Garrett now has a slide headlock. Austin Idol brings him up belly to back suplex. Well executed. Now, Idol driving that knee into the pectoralis majors of Bobby Garrett. Has him down, makes the tag with Kevin Sullivan, the Boston Battler. The Battler with both feet quietly in the midsection of Bobby Garrett. And Garrett having his problems as Sullivan and Idol continue to run totally roughshod over Bobby Garrett. That takes Garrett back to the canvas again. The tag is made. Austin Idol moves into the ring before the count of 4, the flat of the foot. slam. Idol drives down with a knee. And again, Idol does not allow the pinfall. Garrett. Hard, sharp blow to the head by Austin Idol. Idol makes the tag. Kevin Sullivan moves in, drives the knee into the side of the rib cage of Bobby Garrett. Sullivan trying to set him, and Garrett blocking him very effectively. Gets over, makes the tag with Roger Mason. Mason moving in now, forearms, very effective. Caught Sullivan in the shoulder that time, down across his chest into a lateral press. This is the thing about Mason, as I said, he is an exceptionally dangerous competitor. Tag is made, Austin Idol moves in. And again, it is Mason with a side headlock. Has Austin Idol tied up. Garrett makes the tag. Idol now. And that one whistled by him. Those 3 punches ahead of that knocked him off his feet, and the right hand whistled right on by. And it's Idol off that second rope. And it's Austin Idol. Looked like he's setting for the figure 4. He has. Austin Idol sets for the figure 4. A single leg dive by Kevin Sullivan into the spinning toe hold. And so both Roger Mason and Bobby Garrett falling victim to Austin Idol and Kevin Sullivan. And certainly we saw a tremendous display of great teamwork between these two men, Kevin Sullivan and Austin Idol, going up against Charlie Fulton and Nature Boy Stanley Lane. One fall, 10-minute time limit. There's the bell. All right, Terry Taylor moving out against Nature Boy Stanley Lane. Lane in the lavender trunks, the yellow wrestling shoes. Terry Taylor in the black. Good reversal by Lane. And he is a consummate wrestler. There's no question about that. Taylor up and over behind his man. Good heel block and takedown. Drop toe hold by Lane. Lane with a ride now. Taylor trying to escape. Taylor trying to sit out and get away from this. And manages to get back to his feet. So, some outstanding wrestling on the part of both of these men. Obviously, both of them in the peak of physical condition. Lane trying to escape from that side headlock. Good not. Now Steve Kern makes the tag. Kern with a hip lock takedown on Nature Boy Stanley Lane. Kern, of course, has some very, very special feelings regarding the United States. Dad, now retired colonel with the United States Air Force. Flew bombers in World War II, was shot down over Germany, spent a year in a prisoner of war camp. On his 7th mission in Vietnam, flying a fighter aircraft, Colonel Kern was hit with a missile and spent 7.5 years in a POW camp in North Vietnam. So Steve has tremendous heritage here in the United States. Good reversal by Kern. The high hip toss on Fulton. Catches him again. Fulton in the red trunks. From Marion, Ohio. 1, 2. And it is Terry Taylor catching Fulton. Fulton that time tried to drop down. Taylor rolled him in very neatly. Almost had the pinning combination there. Marion, Ohio, the home of Stu Shovel. Now it's Nature Boy Stanley Lane moving out once again. That beautiful move by Lane in behind his man, a Russian leg sweep. Takes Taylor down and has him stunned, and Lane may have a pinfall here. No, sir. Taylor powered out, but We're seeing some tremendous competitors here. Again, the tag is made. Charlie Fulton catching on the side of the cage, coming on now the back of the elbow. Fulton brings Taylor up. Backbreaker. Again, Taylor powering out before the count of 3. Driving that knee into the head of Terry Taylor, and then a mule kick to the midsection. Double underhook. Beautiful move on Taylor, and Taylor again managing to squirm away from a possible pinning combination, driven into the knee of Charlie Fulton. Fulton again moves into the ring. On the ropes, caught him with the back of the elbow. Lateral press. And Taylor would do well to get over and tag up, and that's exactly what he has in mind. He was reaching out for Steve Kern. Full slam again on Taylor. Fulton comes down. Taylor rolls out of the way, makes the tag with Steve Kern. Steve Kern moves in, and Kern wasting no time whatsoever, smashing Fulton into that turnbuckle. It is Kern, arm whipping into the far turnbuckle. And Fulton in trouble now. Steve Kern continues to move very aggressively. Off the ropes, a high backdrop by Kern. And Kern slaps the sleeper on him. Kern has the sleeper hold. Steve Kern clamps down with the sleeper hold, and Fulton has to be going to Nodsville now. The blood supply being cut off through the brain. And so Steve Kern and Terry Taylor in a very, very rough match. It is Kern's responsibility, of course, to revive, and he does exactly that. And Steve Kern approaching me here.
Listen, Gordon, that ain't all I got in me. I got plenty of room left. If you're ready, Saito, anytime. I got plenty of energy left for you, buddy.
I assist you. I'm all program. I listen you. You're telling
Nothing but a fat-mouthed Japanese geek.
I don't need any more of this. We'll be back in.
I accept Steve Kern. He challenged me fine. I listen on program. On listen him.
Terry Brito, the $5,000 challenge. It'll be happening very, very shortly. Right now, though, I certainly want to welcome back to Atlanta, GA, an old friend of mine, a great young competitor, a young man. When you think of famous names in wrestling, you automatically think of the generations of Fullers and Welches who have been great competitors in the pro ranks, and Robert Fuller is certainly no exception to that group. And welcome back to Atlanta.
Thank you. Thank you. It's awful nice to be here. That's very nice to get that welcome from the people. I haven't been in this area in some time, and I'm looking forward to returning. And one thing I'm real excited about, you know, your program seems to be kind of on the theme of a tag. And I got some tag partner I'm going to be introducing right here on this program just next week. He's 7 foot tall, 450 pounds. He's my free bird because nobody knows him. They're talking about free birds and who's going to wrestle. Well, nobody knows this man. It's not Andre the Giant. It's not my brother. He's a little bit too short. This is my own man. He worked for my dad. He's trained in his school down there, and he's ready to be a champion, brother, and we're going to come in here and stir up some mess next week.
Well, I've heard about this fella, and I can tell you this right now, that I'm looking forward to seeing him in action. He would have to be next in size to Andre the Giant.
I think he is. I don't believe there's any man larger than him, than Andre the Giant, that's in this profession. And his name is Stan Frazier. I'm not going to hide that because I don't think there's a lot of people that's going to know him. He's a big man. He's stout, and boy, he's ready to go. And we're going to give some people some trouble, Gordon.
I can believe it. One question I have. I want to get your candid opinion on something. The National Wrestling Alliance recently allowed an unprecedented situation with allowing girls to enter an all-male tag team tournament. Talking about Judy Martin and Joyce Grable. Without putting you on the spot, would you care to make an observation?
I'm on the spot. I'm on the spot. I don't know what to say about that. It's I like girls. but I don't know what to say about that. What a heck of a spot to put me in. If the girl can go out there and compete and do the job, and they feel strongly about it, then we're going to have to go with them. I guess that's the way the trend of the world seems to be moving today, doesn't it?
It does indeed. And I'll tell you what, I didn't mean to put Robert on the spot, but I wanted to get a man who is extremely competent in tag team competition. I wanted to find out just exactly what is happening in the minds of the wrestlers now that they know that there is a possibility they're going to have to face a female opponent in the ring.
One thing, the jailbirds are out here and they showed a film, but they didn't show... the jailbirds are out here and they showed a film, but they didn't show the whole thing. We gave you another piece of film. We want to see the whole thing, and we're going to see what kind of cowards, backstabbers, and jumpers these jailbirds are.
What we're talking about here, of course, is the situation that Jack Briscoe there, getting set to defend the National Heavyweight Championship. The Freebirds moving in. It was Terry Gordy, one of the Freebirds, set to wrestle Jack Briscoe for that title.
Well, gets back, and it's three of them, the jailbirds. Jack Briscoe's a great champion, a great athlete, and a credit to this business. And there it goes right there. They think they jump from the back. The big man, he thinks he's got Briscoe in trouble, and he does for a minute, because what they are is what Idol said, backstabbers, jumpers. And there's Jack, got him in the figure four. He's ready to concede. And there's Michelle and Buddy jumping on him. Throw Jack in. And Michelle and Buddy give him a clothesline. And it takes a lot of guts, three of them, to jump the national champion. They're putting the boots to him pretty good. Pretty good. But when we get back at the jailbirds, again, 3-on-1, and the man is down.
Darling, I got a few things to say here. If Sullivan will just please give me 1 second. Here we come right now. Look at him right here. Here it is, Geronimo. The people were screaming the revolution. Now let's see how tough the jailbirds are. Let's see if they can withstand the power and the fury and the wrath of the new revolution. This is it right here. This is rock and roll right here. This is the Doobie Brothers. This is the Blues Brothers. This is everything you always wanted. We're pretty. We're fast. We're intelligent. We've got it all. And you can see what they're doing now. Where are they now? Yes, where are they now? Out on the apron, out on the floor, because they do not want part of the revolution right here. And look at poor Jack Briscoe as he tried to fight 3-on-1 single-handedly. You call this justice? I don't call it justice, but believe me, I got 10 knuckles right here that are balled up right now, and I call this justice. And anytime I get a chance to jam them down their throats, we'll find out what the meaning of justice is, right, Sullivan?
Well, may I just point out, of course, that the bell had rung, and when the Freebirds jumped on Jack Briscoe, and the match was official. However, the Freebirds disqualified because of their actions. Jack Briscoe's retained that title. I think that should be brought up to everybody. But it was this situation then that preceded the situation regarding the Georgia Tag Team Champions.
That's right, Gordon. First of all, we came in there and we kicked their butts all over the place. You know what Idol stand for? We stand for truth, justice, and the American way. And we've been showing the people these jailbirds are nothing but backstabbers, back jumpers, and we can play the game as well as anybody, because the people know what Idol and I can do.
I'll tell you what, let's take a look now. We heard earlier from the Freebirds and their interpretation of that tag team match. Now let's take a look at the same video, and gentlemen, I would appreciate your comments in this.
Well, as you can see right here, the magnificent, sexy body of Austin Idol, the beautiful boots, the beautiful tights, and look at that big fat slob who is backing away. I don't see him, but even trying to make contact. Now look at this. Now this is what it's like when it's one-on-one right here. Let's see how tough they are. Let's see if they can withstand Austin Idol. No, they can't. I'll tell you right now they can't. There hasn't been anybody in the state of Georgia right now, as a matter of fact, that around the country has been able to withstand the power and the impact of Austin Idol. And now, believe it or not, that's as fate would have it, Sullivan and I, as a tag team combination. Everybody said, no, it'll never work. These two can't stay together. Well, believe me, we will stay together. This is teamwork. Look at it. This is teamwork right here. It's the lesser of two evils. And who is the most evil of this tag team combination? Right here, it's Austin Idol, and it's Sullivan.
Gordon, this is when I was back at home. This is what we used to do on the streets. There isn't any wrestling here. I'm just running his head and smash it into the corner right there, and he is out on his feet. But we're not just going to defeat these guys anymore. We're going to put some pain and punishment. Watch when I do this. He felt that for 2 days.
Up came his egg rolls right there, darling.
Well, of course, obviously, at this point, I can see where you all had really thrown the rule book out the window, and I can see why after watching this attack on Jack Briscoe.
Yeah, well, they attacked the national champion. They thought they were going to get away with anything, but their day had come. Their day had come right there. Watch this. He thinks he's Rudolph Nourier with a big kick. Boom. He's down. Idol, I got to give you credit right there. I remember when he used to kick me, and they hurt, brother. He's trying to do it to me. I just reversed him, a little smarter than Big Terry. I'm going to throw this man in, and I'm going to teach him what his daddy should have taught him a long time ago, something about respect. Watch this man right here. He goes flying in the air, 260 pounds. You know that got to hurt. I take the Golden Boy in, and I line him up, and Idol just about sent him into last week.
I love it when he calls me the Golden Boy, because it's true. I am the Golden Boy of professional wrestling. I'm the prettiest, the sexiest, the richest, the meanest, and you can see right here, this is the greatest. They talked about the Crusher and the Bruiser. They talked about Bruno Sammartino and Gorilla Monsoon. They talked about the Funk. They talked about the Briscoes, which in fact are a tremendous tag team combination. They've talked about all of them, but now this is the ultimate. We have reached the pinnacle, the peak, the mountaintop right here. Ooh! That would have stopped anybody, but didn't stop Austin Idol.
Okay, right here, the referee goes down this collision, and I want the people to watch this real clear. There's Terry Gordy getting in the spinning toe hold, and he's yelling, I give, and Idol is stepping in the figure four with Buddy, and Buddy's saying, I give. Both the free throws are saying, I give, and Michelle, the little rat that she is, jumps off the top rope. Michelle jumped off the top rope, tucked her petticoat back into her dress, and scooted. He got me right there, and Terry Gordy can hardly walk. Buddy will never walk again right. The referee tells 1, 2, 3. They both were saying, I give. I'm not criticizing the referee because he was not goofy. And right here, I'm going to show you something that was done right. They thought they were going to take the belt. Right there, Michelle's in the ring, and Ronnie West, the man on the spot, Johnny on the spot, took the belt and didn't give them to him. He looked like a track star right there, didn't give them to him. And right here, I'm coming to, Idol wants to take the belts, which we deserve because they said, I give, don't hurt us anymore. And right now, it comes down to this. There's two teams in this area, the Jailbirds and us. Rock and roll, hoochie coo, the fire down below, it's all going to end because the Jailbirds gave up, surrendered. Next time, boys, we're not going to let go of those holds.
This is the gospel truth right now, and believe me, this is gospel. I don't care who it is. If it's the Jailbirds, I don't care if they bring the Crusher and the Bruiser. I don't care if they bring the Fox. Bring anybody you want to, believe you me. There's one thing for sure. It's you and me, maniac, to death do us part.
And so what was going to be Fuller and Stan Frazier, but